that's intense. That is so intense. Hello and welcome back to Forza Horizon 5. And in this video, you see these people on that porch right there? Yeah, we're about to absolutely just make their day wonderful. But legitimately, in all seriousness, it's time for us to check out the brand new C8 Z06 for our very first time here in Forza Horizon 5. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna do probably a couple of donuts so y'all can hear it. Then we're gonna do a launch control start, and then we're gonna get it into the garage and see what kind of customization options we have. And while it does sound really, really good, I'm definitely a little bit back and forth on the way it sounds. Y'all let me know what you think about the sound in the comments down below, because while it does sound good, I'm not sure if it sounds as close to the real world Z06 as I would have wanted it to. But without any more rambling on about the sound, let's jump into the garage and see what kind of customization options we have. Now, right off the bat, I definitely think I want to go through and do probably most of the engine stuff first, and I want to see how far we can take this engine, because I have a theory that if we do cams and we do a couple of other things and make the rev limit a little bit higher, if that's allowed, then maybe it'll sound a little bit more like the real world Z06. But I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. I know that that's kind of just a bandage on top of the fact that people already don't really care for the sound of this thing in this game. So again, it's going to be kind of whatever it's going to be. Let's see what the different exhaust options sound like. Is it just me? Or do these, like, not sound any different? That's really confusing. That's, like, legitimately really confusing. I figured they would sound at least a little different. Either way, we're gonna move on and just go through all of the stock engine parts. And let's see. We're gonna go ahead and throw some I pretty much just throw the catalog at it. And let's see. Got the race oil and cooling done. Race flywheel done. What are we sitting at for power right now? 753 and 517. It's all right. I mean, definitely for naturally aspirated, it's still really, really good. But I'm not entirely convinced. Definitely not entirely convinced yet. So we have the options of a twin turbo setup, positive displacement supercharger, and a centrifugal supercharger. And apparently this thing picks up a bunch of power on boost, no matter what option you go with. So let's see. Honestly, I feel like we might as well go with turbos. Because if they all make just about the same amount of gain, we might as well just go with turbos. Otherwise, I feel like we're just going to be losing out on potential power later on down the road. Now, engine swap wise, you can do kind of whatever you want. It's just entirely up to you. I really like to build out the stock engine first and see how far I can take it before I try to swap, though. So let's see. So now we've already got an additional like 400 and something horsepower. Let's see. Oh, so it's already at like max potential. There's no different options for standard turbos, upgraded turbos, and then race turbos. It's just right to race turbos. And we're going to go ahead and throw the anti-lag on it as well. And you do have a couple of different options in terms of intercooler setups, but not really as much as you might want. We're gonna also, let's see, that's already done. And so we're sitting around like, oh, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. 1,234 horsepower. I mean, at the very least, it's a very easy number to remember. So let's see. Let's go ahead and handle our chassis stuff. I don't know if it's even worth putting a drift suspension on it, because while it would definitely be cool, I don't know. I feel like this chassis would not necessarily be all that good for that. Race weight reduction is going to bring us down to like, right at like 3,000 pounds. Still, for the power, it's really good. So let's see. Get the whole drivetrain handled. I really don't know. I don't know which way I want to go with it. I guess I'll just do like a tunable version of the stock transmission. We'll do the race driveline upgrade. And let's see. Race diff will be fine. They're all kind of pre-built settings anyway that you can then go in and mess with to your own free will. For what this car is doing, at least right now for the big power build, I think we may want drag tires, but I'm so back and forth. I think I'll actually do slick race tires on this one, even though we're currently building it for like a, you know, top speed, highway pull kind of style of build. That doesn't mean we can't go back and mess with it later. But I do want to go ahead and give this thing a few revs now that it's fully built, so y'all can hear exactly what it sounds like. Well, that's intense. That is so intense. Okay. I am definitely down for that. Now, I did kind of try to fix the fitment of the wheels a little bit because the stock wheels are very sunk into the body. And I know that there's obviously in the real world, there would be aerodynamic reasons for that. But in Horizon, I'm not going to worry about it all too much. Now, aero-wise, we could do like full race aero. But honestly, I don't know if that's going to help us all that much in terms of, you know, trying to get the maximum speed that we can out of this car. So now we just got to go ahead and install everything and go drive it. I'm genuinely excited. Like, this thing is going to be an absolute monster to drive. All right, let's go ahead and jump in. I genuinely just wish that the sound was better, because the sound isn't great. It's genuinely not all that good. What in the... This thing backfires on partial throttle. I wasn't even fully letting off and it still backfires on partial throttle. Let's give it a quick launch. So it catches traction in fourth. Okay. You can definitely tell that the aero is kind of holding it back a little bit, but like at the same time, we just took that completely flat at over 220 miles an hour. So, oh my God. What in the... So this thing hasn't even understeered yet, and we've... Oh! Well, it just wheelied. Okay. And that's where it hits its understeer limit. But we went through some of those sweepers at almost 240. Almost 240 miles an hour in this thing. What in the... Okay, this is a little bit nastier than I thought it was going to be. And I knew it was going to be wild. I didn't necessarily think it was going to be crazy in terms of top speed because of the amount of aero that it has. But like the amount of just rolling speed that it can carry is pretty otherworldly. I'm not going to lie. All right, let's go ahead and unlock all of the perks for the car. I'm just blown away that this thing is that fast in terms of sweeping corners. It's nuts. Let's give y'all a little bit of first-person gameplay. There's so much traction. There's seriously like an absolutely insane amount of traction. Until you do that. Keep in mind, it is still completely untuned, so we're gonna have to go through the setup and kind of figure out what works, but for an initial impression, holy crap. I kind of want to do one more launch. Oh my god! Okay, I feel like we need to kind of dial out the understeer just a little bit because it's actually a lot more prevalent than I thought it was going to be. But you can stop... You can stop coughing now? Oh my god. But if y'all enjoyed this build and this look at the... Wow, okay, hello voice. We're getting crunchy today. If y'all enjoyed this build and this look at the brand new Corvette Z06 in Horizon 5, let me know your thoughts and opinions in the comments below. Hit that like button if you enjoyed, subscribe if you're new, and I will see y'all next time.